ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುಭ್ಯೋ ನಮಃ. ವಿದ್ಯಾಪೀಠ ವಿಧಾತಾರಂ ವಿದ್ಯಾವಾರಿಧಿ ಚಂದಿರಂ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿವತ್ಸಲಂ ವಂದೇ ಮಹಾಮಹಿಮ ಸದ್ಗುರುಂ. ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುಭ್ಯೋ ನಮಃ. In Sanatana Dharma, according to our Hinduism, one can easily acknowledge the essential consciousness in everything. There are certain things which cannot be perceived by the limited organs of sense. There are few things which are completely beyond our imagination. See, you eat a sweet, you can experience its flavor, its taste, you get to know its smell by your sense organs. But can you experience the subtle energy of the sweet? Where does it go? Can you get to know the weight of a speckle of a dust? Can you get to know the speed of a supernova? These minute things are completely beyond our manifestation. So for all these, we have to completely change our objective. We must go beyond the limits of the physical. The tattvas or the elements, the physical elements, these are the principles of reality. They are the basic principles from which we get to know our nature, the nature of the human body, our soul, and the entire universe. From the basis of these tattvas, we get to know about the creation of this universe. The tattvas, they are associated with the Tattwabhimani Devatas or the demigods, which actually act as the guardians to our body parts. However, we must remember the main controller of the entire universe is Lord Sri Vishnu, Sri Hari itself. He is Sarva Swatantra. He is completely independent. He does not need anyone's help, support, nor permission for the creation, maintenance, or destruction of the universe. Even Goddess Lakshmi Devi is also completely dependent upon Sri Hari itself. When we get to know about the tattvas, according to Advaita philosophy, there are 24 tattvas in all. The classification of tattvas is as follows. The first 4 tattvas are called as the pradhana tattvas. They are avyakta tattva, mahat tattva, hankar tattva, and manast tattva. Avyakta tattva is beginningless. It has no reality in the absolute sense. This avyakta tattva is guarded by the demigods, Goddess Lakshmi Devi, Saraswati Devi, and Bharati Devi. Mahat tattva, it is a large sum total of the entire material energy. The entire material energy is depicted by this Mahat Tattva. It is guarded by the demigods, Lord Brahma and Lord Vayudeva. When we come to the Ahankar Tattva, it actually depicts the realization of our true identity, the identification of our self. It represents the power of our self-identity. This Ahankar Tattva is guarded by the demigods Garuda, Shesha, and Rudra. Manas Tattva, it depicts the actions which is controlled by our mind. It depicts the actions of our mind. This Manas Tattva is associated with the demigods Indra and Kama. Now, after the completion of these 4 pradhana tattvas, there comes the 5 Jnanendriya tattvas. Jnanendriya tattvas, Jnanendriyas here in the sense are sense organs. What are they? Ears, skin, eyes, nose, and tongue. Here the Shrotra Tattva, which means our ears. It is associated with the Dig Devatas, which helps us hear. And Twak means the skin. It is associated with Ahankarika Pranadeva. Chakshu, which means our eyes. It is associated with Surya Deva. Jihva, which means our tongue. It is associated with Varuna Deva. And Ghrana, which means our nose, it is associated with the Ashwini Devatas. Now our sense organs have finished. So when we after this we come to the 5 Karmendriya tattvas. These Karmendriya tattvas, they actually are the organs of action, which means these are the senses used by the individual soul in order to perform the actions. What are these Karmendriya tattvas? What are they? Vak, which means our mouth. It helps us make the sound audible. It helps us the sound audible to other people. It is associated with Agni god. Next comes Pani, which means our hand. It helps in the movement of our hand, like grabbing a particular object, throwing, touching, whatever movement the hand does. All this, it is completely guarded by Daksha Prajapati. Next comes Pada, our legs. It helps us create the ambulation, movement of our legs. It is associated with Jayanta Deva. And Payu, it is an excretory organ. It is guarded by Mitranamaka Surya. And Upastha, it is the organ of it is an organ which helps us in procreation and reproduction. It is guarded by Swayambhuva Manu. These are the 5 Karmendriya Tattvas. Next comes the 5 Tanmatras. What are these Tanmatras? Tanmatras are rudimentary undifferentiated elements from which the gross elements are obtained. These 5 Tanmatras are completely corresponding to the 5 organs of perception as well as the 5 sense organs. So let us know what are these 5 Tanmatras. The Shabda which means the noise or the sound. It is associated with Brihaspati Pranadeva. Sparsha, which means a touch, associated with Apana Vayudeva. Rupa, which means a sight. It is associated with Vyana Vayudeva. Rasa, which means a taste. It is associated with Udana Vayudeva. And Gandha, which means the smell, associated with Samana Vayudeva. These are the 5 Tanmatras. Next comes the 5 Pancham Mahabhutas. They are Akasha, the sky, guarded by Ganapati and Vayudeva. Vayu, which means the air. It is guarded by Pravaha and Vayudeva. Tejas, which means the fire, guarded by Agni Deva itself. And Apa, which means the water, guarded by Varuna Deva. And Prithvi, the earth, Mother Earth, it is guarded by Shaneshchara and Dharani Devi. See, all these Pancha Mahabhutas, these are the 5 gross elements which actually form a basis for the creation of this entire cosmic universe. So in total, what are the 24 Tattvas as explained in Advaita philosophy? The 4 Pradhana Tattvas, 5 Jnanendriya Tattvas, 5 Karmendriya Tattvas, 5 Tanmatras and 5 Pancha Mahabhutas. All these together form the 24 Mahatattvas as explained in our philosophy. Thank you.